I'm so honored to be in your vlog.
I'm so excited.
Hi, Miss Malaya. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited.
How do you feel?
I'm just excited on how the Holy Spirit will lead me throughout the words that I need to share with the parents.
What's the goal tonight?
Goal tonight is to give awareness to our parents, especially on the milestones of our children.
Hey, Miss Jasmine. Yes. You're going to be part of the panel tonight. How do you feel?
I'm so excited and I'm happy because this is the chance for us to have a collaboration with kids.
What is your goal for tonight?
The goal is to foster better relationship with
Wow, very cute. So what's your name and what congregation do you serve in the kids church?
I'm Teacher Berna. I'm from Thursday Kids Church.
Ano po yung role niyo sa kids church?
Basically, I oversee the service for the preschoolers.
So can you tell us what do we usually do po sa service? Like what's happening during the kids church?
Well, it's like what we do in big church as well. It's just like a mini service for the kids. Our goal is really to train the next generation to honor God and be
Nice, very good. Are you looking forward for tonight?
Of course, I'm excited.
See you. Thank you po.
Lola, hindi, maglagay ka muna ng
tao. Mag-interview ka ng parents ng
Welcome everybody to the Victory Kids Church Annual Parent Teachers Conference.
Yes, so
Yeah.
welcome everybody, okay?
I just want to share two things. And I want to emphasize in Jesus said, "Let the little children come to me." Remember that verse? Two things here. Children are a priority to Jesus. And children are the greatest mission field.
We teach the kids to honor God with our lifestyle, with their lifestyle. It's not just only their lifestyle, but our lifestyle. How they react when they have been corrected, we teach them that. How they need to behave among and with their friends. That is the teaching that we as teachers, we are able to do because God has given us that assignment. But I think as Romero has said, we will go there. There is something that happens within the kids' church which cannot happen without you guys. And that's why we are
I'm going
thinking.
to share with you some practical ways how we can incorporate mission-minded family in what we do. It's from a blog from Helen Lee. I know that many of us here are discipling people, but before we do that outside, we do it within our own homes first and foremost. As parents, is for us, we have to know what is God's plan in our life so that we can enjoin our family members as well to fulfill that mission. So I have here, I call it a loom bond, okay? Or some they call it a salvation bracelet, okay? So here, what we are going to do is actually explain the gospel using this loom bond.
So, and then there's red. You know why? Yeah, you know what red reminds us of? Right? Yes, you're correct, Gail. So, because Christ died for us so that He can take away the sin, like the clouds that's covering us, that give us the blue sky. All right, then we have white that reminds us, like, in whatever we do and wherever we are, God clear us of our sin and we are forgiven. So, with that in mind, we can rejoice that as we grow, we have the hope in Christ's salvation. Okay? Can you repeat
Yes,
that
very
to me,
good.
Gail?
Thank you so much, Teacher Yin.
I would like to encourage you and your kids to invite other children to come to kids' church as well. Here's how.
Yellow.
Hi, I'm the dad of Chrislyn. I know you're a friend of Chrislyn, and so I wanna give it to you. Okay, you know what's the color for?
No, it's colorful. Explain what's this?
I can explain you better in the kids' church. Come with us. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's very creative. Okay, John, here's the
So right now, we're very pleased to announce that we are going to be joined by our very own kids church teacher, Dr. and Maria Jolie Tanzanino.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited. So my topic this night is more on developmental milestone. Why do we need to identify the stages of development? Because as parents, that is the only way we could understand the way they behave and the things that they need to do for them to cope up.
Thank you. Alright, so I think we're now in the most exciting part of our program. From this side, we have so many questions from this side. Ay, there you go.
I'd like to ask if you can share some creative ways or from your experience also maybe more on from Candice and Bernard. We have two boys who are in the same age level, 10 and 12, preteens, and they are very much opposite in personality. We see that they are mostly like in fights. So I sometimes I tell them that, you know, one day you will miss each other, you will have your own family, and they'll get quiet and then they'll look sad, and then later on they will fight again.
Our boys are 1 year, 7 months apart, and there's the same thing. We are still trying to figure this out with them. They're 16 and 18 now. I don't think be afraid of the fighting, but set some rules like how to fight fair. You know, no hitting. And just be honest, like you can't stop them from fighting. They're just going to disagree. There are two sides of the coin. So this is just my practical way. There are two, the railway tracks. There are two tracks, and they don't meet at any point. They don't, but they're both important to the train. So while my sons, how to fight fair. No abusing, no hitting. He has his opinion. You can have your opinion. Those kind of things. It's healthy for them to have conversations, which might sound like fights to us. Also, a good way that we did was we played team games at home. So they are on one team and we are on another team. So at some point it teaches them coordination. So sometimes it's to keep the peace, we take one child and you take one child, and then it's like they're still against each other. So we do this where we have team games, and then we do like, okay, you all two are one team, so they are wanting to beat mom and dad. So at least it teaches them to be combined and, to work together, things like that way.
Alright, just make sure that you know what's going to happen in the first quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter of the year for 2019.
We want to help you. As parents, we want to help you as parents to develop the character, the godly character in the kids. Just interact with the teachers. Know the teachers, and the teachers will want to know you.